This hole is pretty bad. And I have 3 days until heavy rain sets in. I also forgot to roll the windows up before I took the dash out. So I got a lot of work to do if I'm going to get this car back together. My plan is to obviously cut out the rotten spot, and then I'm going to take a piece of metal and kind of hammer it into this shape. Take some self-tappers and screw it in from underneath, spot weld it around, and then fiberglass Bondo over it and shape it. I have to figure out how big this patch needs to be. I'm guessing something like 6x6. Yeah, I think 6x6 will do it. We'll do 6x7 just to be cool. I'm not going to do anything fancy like butt weld it. We're just literally going to put a patch in, tack it in, and Bondo over it. This ain't no professional gig around here. It says it's straight, I don't believe it. Got it. Think I should wire wheel this first? Knock some of this off? Probably so. And we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna shape this. I did buy one of those Harbor Freight hammer sets, so we'll try it out. That turned out to be a lot more solid than I thought. I was expecting it to just tear apart. Oh, alright. Let me get a, I don't know, sanding disc or something. Yeah, that's way more solid than I thought. I cleaned a spot up right here, got all the grit and everything off of it, so that I can try to form this to that shape. I like it just like that. It's a shame I'm not going to keep it that way. All I got to do is cut it out, screw it in, fold it around, Bondo over. Got it all prepped. I don't know if you can see down in there, but there's a couple little rust spots. So I'm going to hit it with some of this rust reformer before we put this patch in. I got that patch in. It's nice and secure. I'm just going to go around and tack it in. Well, that looks like shit. I don't know what's going on there. Apparently every single one of them I blew through it. If we come down here, so This is how it turned out. We'll be able to fill it. You won't even notice. For all these rust spots, I want to try some of this rust converter on it and see what happens. Seems to be an awful lot of them. They're everywhere. Here's the next hole I'm going to be working on. This one's pretty nasty. I got it marked out where I need to make the bend. So I'm just going to put it in my wooden brake, bend it over with a hammer. I think it's close enough. Got it. All right, let's see how this fits. I think it'll work. We'll make some marks and cut it out. So the Dremel tool didn't work out. I don't really know how I'm gonna cut that. I definitely clipped that. I didn't mean to do all that now. Let's try digging at it with a hook and see how that helps the situation. Well, we definitely got access to the inside of it now. I'm about to just start hacking at it with the grinder and hope for the best. Well, this is pretty awful. Let's see if I can get it tacked in. Ugh. Fire. Fire. This is a mess. Well, that's just as bad as I remember it. I'm gonna have to work on that. The other side's rusted out too. Let's go check it out. I'm gonna have to cut all that out, make a patch for it as well. I gotta take this piece of trim off. I just take a little pry bar and get it back there and pry up on it and pop it off. all the way down. I got that patch in mostly. I got a little bit of welding still to do on it, but I think it's gonna rain. It always wants to rain on me. Oh, it's definitely raining. Fuck, I gotta put everything away. I gotta take care of these rust spots today. I think I'm gonna open them up with the grinder, see if they really go through, and then treat them with some of that rust treatment stuff, and go from there. It would have definitely been easier to just buy a clean Jeep. I could have. Well, there sure are a bunch of spots, aren't there? I thought there were going to be 10. Now I'm thinking it's 50. I'm going to cover all those bare spots up with some of this rust reformer, and we're going to hope for the best. Well, I got some on the door. I could have definitely used that on the roof. One can of spray paint just doesn't seem to go as far as it used to. It's still not quite dry. There's a couple holes I'm gonna have to fix right there. I think that might be one too. I got some time this afternoon, so I'm gonna try to get this windshield out. I went to Harbor Freight and bought a couple tools. Might make it a little easier. I think it's just glued in though, so I'm gonna try to cut it out with the razor knife. That thing's really in there. I got it loose, kind of. I think that corner's still holding me up. I broke it a bunch, but it was already broken, so no big deal. Ooh. Ooh. I think it's loose now. Oh shit. Oh my god, it's glued to this fucking gasket. Fuck. Oh, please come out now. Please. Oh. Oh. There it is. The hole threatening to total out my yellow Jeep. Yeah, that's not so pretty looking, is it? I got a lot of cleanup to do. That's a mess. I should have probably covered it up last night. It's soaking wet now. I got a bunch of it off. It's a struggle. Next, I think I'm going to try the wire wheel. There's definitely a lot of holes in it. Going all the way down. Those are going to take some effort to fix. I don't want to spend any money like normal. So I'm going to cut up a bunch of pieces of metal and just hammer them into place, weld them in, and Bondo over them. It started raining, so I had to cover it back up. I'm never going to get this done. Ever. I need a carport or a garage. The rains have passed. Now it's freezing cold out here. It's like in the mid 60s probably. I gotta get this windshield out of here and get back to work. It looks so much better just with tape covering the holes. This is a mess. Well, now I just need to do something like that. There, and there, and there, and definitely all the way down there. I got a piece cut for this corner. I'm starting to figure it out. It's gonna take a couple pieces. It's got some weird curves to it and bends, and I'm not that good with fabrication. It's not that bad. It's kind of breezy out here. Burnt a hole in it. Out of wire. It's kind of rusty in there. After a bunch of trial and error, I think I have a piece cut I had to put a bunch of relief cuts in it to get it to take that curve. I think it'll work out. Alright, it's welded in. I gotta let everything cool down. Before I weld this patch on, I think I'm going to spray some of that rust reformer down in it. I think I'm going to let that dry for a little while. Last piece of the day, and then I'm going to eat some dinner. I'll just tack that on in there. Well, the big nasty hole is covered. Making a lot of progress here. It rained pretty hard last night, so all my hard work is rusted. I didn't even get it out. Yeah, that's going to take a while to dry. Well, when I look down this edge, maybe the windshield's in there crooked. But I think I really fucked that corner up. I might have to cut that all out and redo it. The line just is nowhere near being right. I got the windshield more level. My corner's really not that much more wonky than the factory corner. It's off by, I don't know, less than a quarter inch probably. So it's kind of high right in here. So I think I'm gonna have to make a cut and then hammer it down a little and weld that cut up. Or I might just Bondo over all of it. I got that corner kind of sorted out a little maybe. I'm gonna treat that whole edge with this rust reformer and then put some Bondo on it. I sanded all the rust out of these drip rails, and now I'm gonna use some rust reformer on it. This is hard to do. It's stupid how much better things look when you throw some black paint on it. It's coming along. I got it all sanded down and painted. Now I just have to let it dry. Man, I might actually get to drive this car again one day. Not this year, but one day. I hosed off the roof to get some of the metal shavings and dust and crap off of it. I really destroyed my hood. There's like little bits of rust and everything. Here's a simulation of what it was like driving around in this car and why I had to fix the holes in the roof. Yeah, it's pretty miserable. I'm gonna mix up some of this Bondo to cover up all my subpar metalworking skills. It's on there. Just gotta let it dry for a while and then we'll sand it down and shape it up and hope for the best. I'm about sanded out for the day. This is a lot of work. It's like Groundhog's Day around here. I'm always doing the same thing, day after day. I'm so ridiculously bad at bodywork. That's all she wrote. I got it sanded. I ran out of filler, so there's still some low spots. But I don't want it to get wet overnight. So I'm going to cover it up with some of this fillable, sandable primer. Well, it's still got some spots in it I'm going to have to fix. The sun's going down and I'm done playing with it for the day. Should probably get a compressor and a spray gun. Well, this is definitely a lot better than the rusted out roof I had. Still have some low spots I have to work on right here, and this is still low over here, and a couple other little spots. But this is so much better. I ran out of primer. I didn't film anything today because it was exactly the same as yesterday. So just imagine that, but different. It's the next afternoon. I got it sanded down. There's a bunch of little blemishes and dents and whatnot. So I'm going to take some of this and fill them up. I definitely missed a few spots, but I'm not going to go by anymore. I'm going to sand this down, throw some primer on the bare spots, and let it dry for a day or two. And then we're painting it white. I hate sanding. It's an awful task. I got it all sanded. Sun's setting, so I'm not going to paint it. We'll just deal with it tomorrow. I got it all prepped and taped. Now I got to throw some primer on all the bare spots. I never have enough primer. The primer sucks. By the time you get to the bottom of the can, it's coming out all messed up. I'm gonna have to sand all these runs out. I'm back on it today. I need to get some paint on it before the weather shifts for the season. I forgot I didn't have enough primer. I didn't get it all painted. Oh well. I couldn't find my real sanding pads, but I had these under the sink, and I'm hoping they work. I'm gonna kind of scuff this while it's wet, hose it on down. I broke my damn mask, so that's gonna make painting it more dangerous. This might really scratch the crap out of the top of this. Ooh, light. Light. Light like a feather. I think it's working. I forgot about that. Where I welded, all the paint's burnt through in here. And that patch, I never put any primer or paint on, so now it's just all rusted. It's so crazy how this just gets soaking wet in here. It's probably why it rusted out. There's definitely a few spots that could use some work, but we're done working on it. Taping stuff is a bummer. I got it as prepped as I'm going to. I picked up a couple of these turbo cans. It's got a wide pattern, so it'll make quick work of this. And if I mess it up too bad, we can always just bedline it. Ooh, that's fancy. Of course, my plastic came undone the second I hit it. That sucks. nothing like a regular spray can. It doesn't like this. Oh, and I didn't put my mask on. I'm gonna die young. I'm already old as fuck. I didn't shake this one nearly as well. I'm holding my breath. That was bad. I didn't get my mask on. As I start painting again. I hope it starts to spaz out. Until we stop. Yeah, I'm done. That's it. I'm out of paint. If it needs more, we're just gonna have to get more and paint it. Oh, of course I gotta run right there at the very end. That's how it works. I can definitely see where I warped the hell out of the roof with that welder and welding that patch in all weird. It's definitely better than the holes that were in it. There's some things over here I should have fixed better for sure. It's definitely white. There's all sorts of little bugs in it. I'm just gonna let their corpses rot off of there for touching my car. I could have definitely spent more time on it. I was gonna put another coat on it, go buy more paint, and then I thought, nah. It looks like a school bus. Oh wait, that's not good at all. I didn't really think out the looks like a school bus thing. I'm gonna have to work on that. It's kind of creepy now that I noticed it. I threw some primer on it. Now I'm gonna paint it yellow. It's yellow. It's the wrong yellow, but it's yellow. My mission for the day is to work on this drip rail trim. It's kind of rusty. I hit it with a wire wheel, cleaned out this one, and then I'm going to treat it with some of that rust treatment stuff. But they naturally want to roll over, so I'm going to have to paint them on the car. Which means I'm going to have to get them on and tape off the whole damn car again. It's kind of bent. This is a horrible task. This one's pretty bad.
Probably going to end up replacing that one when I go to a junkyard. I think for right now I'm just going to sand it, put a piece of like foil tape over it, and prime and paint over it. And you won't even notice from like 10 feet away probably. Rust reformer. This is a lot of effort. I'm going to reuse the old windshield. I'd rather put that money towards something else. So I got to clean it. I've never put a windshield in before. That's not so bad. I got that caulk off. I cleaned it off with some acetone, and I'm scuffing it up with some of this 220. And then I'm gonna clean it real well, clean around the window. Oh, I have to glue the gasket on. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go dig out the gasket and glue it on.
Sad to say, but this old mist sticker's gonna go.
Don't worry, I have another one. It's perfect for this car. That gasket sealing was a poor idea. I should have put on gloves. And I got it on my dick too. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I would have rather it just leaked. I don't think it would have anyways. And I'm gonna have to pull the windshield back out when I paint the car, so all this is stupid. Yeah, I actually like that I put some sealant on it. It didn't want to stay on the glass. Does that make you nervous? It makes me nervous. I got down to bare metal with that wire wheel, so I'm going around and throwing some yellow paint on it. Of course. These things are so prone to rusting that I just didn't want to leave it bare at all. Yeah, that's a mess. I had to wait a day for that paint to dry around the windshield frame. Now I'm gonna glue it in. I cut a wedge shape into the tip of that so you get like a nice wide bead. I ran out. That sucks. What am I gonna do about that? Damn, I should have gone faster from the very beginning. This is gonna be a mess. This is why you hire professionals for shit like this. I'm gonna have to wash my hands and clean this up and then slam it in. Yeah, so that was a nightmare. I didn't even record it. I didn't push the damn button. So it's definitely gonna leak, and there's black shit all over my car, and the gasket definitely has come off, so I don't know how I'm gonna get it back on. And the windshield's still broken. And I broke it in another spot. How am I gonna turn the damn camera off? I can't get it off my hands. Leads me to believe I won't be able to get it off the truck. Let's go check it out. I got black stuff all over this Jeep. I couldn't get the gasket to stay on the windshield. I don't know how I'm gonna get that cleaned up. The only thing I found that cleaned it up was gasoline. It definitely chipped the shit out of the paint. Scratching at it. Huh. Buying a windshield just became a priority for me. That kind of sucks. I spent like $150 putting it in. Maybe even more. The gasket, the glue, the paint, the cleaning. Yeah, just to glue it in was $150. And I left my car marked for life. I don't know what happened here. I guess the windshield slid down, popped the gasket off again. I did have it back on though. I don't know, it's on the next guy to figure out. I'm just gonna buy a windshield. The mission for today is to get these drip rail trim pieces back on. But I gotta sand them and find all the little clips first. How's this work? Does it just snap on or something? Oh, I think I got it. Oh, that sounded good. That sounded good too. Am I missing one? Right in there. I might be missing one. Huh. I'm pretty convinced I'm missing a few clips. I think there's supposed to be one up here and one in between here. But I don't have them. I don't know if I ever had them. That feels better. I guess what was left over of that foam in there was some sort of glue stuff that held it on. I definitely bent it. Well, I was gonna paint it, but now it's raining on me. It stopped raining. I'm gonna put some primer on it. It was such a horrible idea to paint this in this wind. I should have just waited till tomorrow. spray cans are getting wonky. I definitely got runs in it with no way of fixing it. The second I start spraying, it's gonna rain. It's just a waste of paint. I'm gonna buy new ones when I'm in a junkyard anyways. Is this dry?
Yep.
Looking pretty good.
I think that's it for this episode. I fixed that hole, and I fixed that hole, and I painted the roof white, and that's all I wanted to do. Next time, I'm going to show you how I cut down that visor to fit this truck. I would have just bolted it on now, but I dropped it and scuffed the hell out of it, so I have to paint it again. It's way better than it was.